Hey, this is Judge Wade's bringing you another Destiny Guide video. In this one, we're going to be looking at what is the best way to get my guns and my armor upgraded. Now, I wanted to show you first of all, I just completed a Nightfall mission with this brand new gun. I hadn't used it prior to this Nightfall mission, and I pretty much used this gun exclusively in the mission. Now, as you can see, I only unlocked about a third of the first circle, and I probably had about 100 kills in that. Probably took about 45 minutes. I also used the icebreaker, and as you can see, I barely used it, so I did not get much of an upgrade. So obviously, using your weapons, that's going to help unlock things for that weapons. That's pretty obvious. But what's a better way to get these things upgraded? As you know, when you start moving into legendary items and your gold guns, that's when it gets really hard to get upgrades. But if you use bounties, man, you get some serious boosts to your weapons. So I'm going to showcase that. I'm going to tell you if telemetry helps on these primary weapons, and what are the best practices that you can really maximize these bounties and these effectiveness. Now, here is an auto rifle that I have that's barely upgraded. I'm going to show you what it does, turning in 5 bounties for this. Now, these 5 bounties that I did took about the same time that it took me to do a Nightfall mission. In fact, I went home today, did 3 bounties in 15 minutes. So as far as timing, doing 5 bounties, probably going to take you about the same time that it would a Nightfall mission. And I'm going to switch to this Pocket Infinity. As you can see, there is no upgrades done on this one, and this rocket launcher, I have not used this as well. Now, the beautiful thing with bounties is that you don't even have to be using these items in order to upgrade them. You just have to have them equipped when you turn in the bounty. So I think that's kind of flawed, but that's the way it is right now. So I'm going to switch over. I have my normal armor that's already leveled up. I'm switching over to this other armor that I don't have any kind of upgrades or any kind of experience on them, just to show you that when I turn in these bounties, it's going to level them up. Now, obviously, you're going to level up faster if you're actually using these items and doing this bounty method, but I wanted to show you just how important the bounty method is and show you what it does when you do that. Now, make sure too, when you turn in your bounties, make sure you try to maximize it every time and use weapons that you don't actually have the upgrades or that you need upgrades on them. Make sure all of your slots have those things in there that you need upgrades on them. Don't waste any of that. All right, so here it is. All right, now I'm going to use telemetry first, and I'll tell you, does this actually do anything? I'll show you there at the end, so make sure you stay tuned to that. But you purchase these from Xur. If you don't know who Xur is, go watch my video. But these are basically consumables. When you activate them, you get 30 minutes of extra XP for that particular weapon type. Now, here I am turning in the 5 particular bounties, and we'll see what I get from doing that. Now, as you can see, all of these items need upgraded. I'm going to click on one of them. If you remember, the bottom circle was about 1/3 of the way done, so it finished 2/3, and then almost a whole nother circle, plus this one went up. I think that was about 1/8 of the way done. So definitely had a nice increase compared to, doing that Nightfall mission, what we got. Now, this is the Pocket Infinity. I didn't have anything done, so I got a full upgrade, and then about 1/4 of another upgrade, plus half going down. If we look at this rocket launcher, you're going to see about the same, a full upgrade, and then about 6/10 of the next one, plus, a full upgrade going down. So quite a bit when you compare actually using a gun and doing a mission compared to just turning in bounties for about the same amount of time. Now, obviously, if you combine them both, you're going to do a lot better. Now, it really comes into play if you were to do, 3 bounties, 5 bounties with one character, then switch the gun to another character that you have, do 5 bounties, then switch it to another character and do 5 bounties. I mean, you're going to be able to really level up these weapons really fast. And as you can see, these armors, they're all needing to be upgraded, and they all upgraded as well. Now, of course, gold guns, legendary guns, those upgrade a lot slower than they do with normal weapons, so just be mindful of that. It is a grind. There is no super fast way of doing it, but if you do it with bounties, and if you actually use this and you actually do it with multiple characters, you're going to be able to upgrade a gun pretty darn fast. Now, for this next part, I wanted to show you, does telemetry work when you're turning in bounties? Obviously, if you're using a gun and you have telemetry turned on, for 30 minutes, you're going to get extra XP and your gun is going to rank up faster. But what happens when you turn in bounties? So I went ahead and bought 3 of the same types of weapons. I only needed 2. Now, I'm going to equip one of those new weapons. I'm going to turn in a bounty worth 2,500 experience points and see what kind of upgrades I get. Then I'm going to turn telemetry on and switch to one of the other guns that I bought that is unupgraded, turn in a bounty that's worth 2,500 experience points and see what kind of upgrades I get, and then compare them. Now, I don't need to show you all that. Just check out this picture up on the screen. All right, over on the left-hand side is just turning in a bounty and what I get without telemetry, and over on the right-hand side is turning in a bounty and seeing what I get with the telemetry turned on. So as you can see, having telemetry turned on does give you somewhat of a boost when it comes to experience. Now, it's not that much, and you might be thinking, you know, I only went up, you know, about a third of the way more on the bottom and only about a quarter of the way more on the right circle. But when you think about this, if I would have had 5 bounties turned in all at once, you know, that might have upgraded it enough for another entire circle. Not to mention the bonuses that you're going to get for actually using the weapon with that telemetry turned on. Now, is it worth a strange coin for getting 5 of those? I don't know. You know, that's going to be up to you. I don't know how tight you are on strange coins, but this hopefully helps you make that decision. Hopefully it's going to help you with upgrading things. You know, the big thing is make sure you have the things that you need to get upgraded equipped when you turn in those bounties. It's going to really help you out in the long run. Make sure you're using multiple characters to do multiple bounties, you know, on particular weapons if you can, and on the gear if you can. You know, a lot of times you're going to have different types of characters and that's not going to work out. But like I said, hopefully this helps you out. If it did, I would really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out my other Destiny videos if you're not subscribed. My name is Judgment Awaits, but guys, as always, take care and God bless.